Okay. Okay. Are we set now? Is everybody ready? All right. Good morning. Welcome to Riverside Center for Spiritual Living. I am Reverend Jeffrey Ryan, and it is my honor and pleasure to welcome you to Riverside Center for Spiritual Living, where? Love lives here. Love lives here, absolutely. So, we acknowledge that we gather on the ancestral lands of the Cahuilla, the Gabrielino Tongva, the Kizh, and the Luiseno peoples. We commit to live in right relations, to love each other as our neighbors, and to walk humbly upon this land. We further commit to cleanse ourselves of, or clear our minds of racism and violence so that we may work together and live together and walk with one another as Great Spirit intended. So it is a joy and a pleasure to welcome you here to Riverside Center for Spiritual Living. Let us do our focus statement this morning. We are welcoming new members today, so in the feeling of new members and newness, how about we do our focus statement with all of the N's possible? So what is an N word? What's some of the N words? Namaste. All right. Nicely. How else are we going to say it? Naturally. Newly. Nuanced. Ooh, okay. All right, here we go. Let's say it together. Here, it's on the screens for you. We embolden people to live their highest potential through the transformative power of love. Yes, indeed we do. And so if you are here in the room, I do invite you to please silence your cell phones so that we may have a quiet experience. And then also, if you would like to, you're welcome to check in on social media at Facebook and on Instagram. And Sandra and Daryl, I'm going to have you just go ahead and put that down wherever you are right now and just go ahead and come in and join us. Stu, can you grab them for me, please? All right. All right. I don't want to start this without them. So good morning to Mom and Dad in Las Vegas. Good morning to Anita. And good morning to Deborah. Great to have you with us this morning. Great to see all of you joining us online and everybody else joining us online. We will be moving into the morning table in a few minutes, and if you want to participate in the actual morning table itself, then we do invite you to sign into Zoom so that you may participate in the conversations in a bit. But first, we have something extra special today. So as I mentioned, today we are welcoming new members to our congregation this morning, or to our family. It's not that these folks haven't been with us for a while. They have. However, they have chosen to step into membership. So we begin this morning with a sure cause for gratitude and an important moment in the life of this center, Riverside CSL. Today, beloveds are practicing spiritual accountability by taking the step of becoming fully engaged and active members of Riverside CSL. One of the most satisfying experiences is to wake up. Okay. Today is about making good choices. And this is a good choice. And just rolling with it, going with the flow is also a good choice. Would we agree? Yes. All right. That's the whole day anyway. So, all right, we're going to try this again. So, beloveds here, one of the most satisfying human experiences is to wake up and become aware of one's own spiritual magnificence. This opens the possibility for more of the divine presence that is already in you to be expressed through you. Choosing to commit to membership in this spiritual community, you are also committing to a deeper degree of your own self-awareness and self-unfoldment. You are the ones who, at this time in your spiritual journey, have signified your desire to be members of this spiritual community. You have chosen to participate, support, and align yourselves with the values, vision, and mission of this spiritual community by joining today as members. There is not the center and its members. There is only the center as its members. In choosing to be a member, you are consciously and intentionally making yourself vital to the whole, and you are an integral part in the life of this spiritual community and this teaching. In stepping into membership, you have made a commitment to your spiritual path and to sharing it with others. As you enter into membership in thought, word, purpose, and action, you are making a public declaration of your belief in the universal principles of the science of mind and spirit and the center. It is an outward expression of an inward commitment to yourself, to this teaching, to the spiritual community, and to all of humanity. You've also made specific commitments to your own deepening spiritual practice and to financial support of this center with time, talent, and treasure. You are among the ones who are up-leveling the notion of membership in Riverside Center for Spiritual Living because you said yes with full knowledge of what's expected of you as a member and what you can expect as a member. So I invite you to please stand. This is our group of new members. And our existing members, would all of our current members please stand as well? All of our current members. And I ask all of you who are regular attendees, first-time attendees, friends and family to serve as witness to the sacred and heartfelt commitments of these members. Existing members, please bear witness to the commitment these new members are making here this morning. And so, new members, do you accept that you are an incarnation of the one life, forever and ever growing in awareness and love? If so, please answer yes. Do you accept the teachings of this center? Do you accept the teachings of Center for Spiritual Living as one of the empowering structures available to those who seek to live a life more fully? Is it your intention to continue to work toward an expanded consciousness, at least in part, by practicing these teachings? Do you support the vision and mission of Riverside Center for Spiritual Living? Is it your intention to continue to work toward a magnified life by deepening your understanding and practice of the 6 spiritual practices: prayer, meditation, study, service, conscious giving, and visioning? Is it your intention to love the center and support it with your time, talent, and treasure? So, this commitment to membership involves not only new members, but also current members and our entire spiritual community. Those of you who are already members, I invite you to take this opportunity to remember, to rededicate yourselves within your own being and publicly to the center, just as the new members here are today. Current members, do you support the vision and mission of Riverside Center for Spiritual Living? Is it your intention to continue to work toward a magnified life by deepening your understanding and practice of the 6 spiritual practices: prayer, meditation, study, service, conscious giving, and visioning? Is it your intention to continue to love the center and support it with your time, talent, and treasure? And do you welcome these beloveds into your midst as members of Riverside CSL with all the rights, duties, and privileges that designation carries? Okay. So our current members, if you could please sit down, that would be fine. But to our ministry of prayer, please remain standing. Sorry. Back up and down. I'm going to feel like Catholic Church this morning. Yeah, I'm not asking you to kneel, though. All right, to our ministry of prayer. As the prayer support of the center, do you promise to include these new family members in your prayer work for this community? Do you promise to see them in the light and always know their highest good with them and for them, as you do for every member? If so, please say, I do. Thank you. You may be seated. Core Council members, please stand. As the elected representatives of these members, do you commit to include the well-being of these new members and every member in all your decisions as the lay leaders and stewards of the center? And remember at all times the trust this entire community has placed in you. If so, please answer, I do. Thank you. You may be seated. And now, new members, as I speak your name, which is actually another name for the divine, I'd like you to each step forward and receive a gift from us for making this commitment. The practitioners and ministers who have joined us over the past 6 months, I have already presented you with your gifts, but I still ask that you please come forward to receive your certificate of membership. So, Daryl Prince, licensed spiritual practitioner. Yes, you may applaud. Ministerial intern, Sandra Prince, licensed spiritual practitioner. Caitlin O'Connell, licensed spiritual practitioner. Oh, sorry. Joe Nelson, practitioner intern. Sorry, it's okay. Reverend Zena Kacha. As you know, Reverend Zena was supposed to be speaking today and doing a workshop today. She has quite a high fever, and she is at home taking care of herself, so she will not be joining us today. However, we do welcome her into membership. And her wife, Patty Rossbrook, religious science practitioner, also is taking care of Zena. So they could not be with us this morning. And Dr. D. Sermons, licensed spiritual practitioner emeritus, has also joined us, and she was not able to be with us this morning as well. So she's on Zoom? Oh, where is she? Where is she? Wait. Where is she? Where is she? All right. She can hear, but we're trying to... All right, well, 1 second. All right, can you put her on the big screen? No signal detected. There she is. No. There we are. That's me. There she is. Yay. There's Dr. D. Sermons. Welcome, Dr. D. Great to have you with us. All right. And then we have, there's too many pieces of paper right now. Here we go. And then Alex Hartnett and baby Sasha. Right. Jesse Hartnett. And Martha Schmidt. And Jesse, I have your gift here, so you can pass that down to Jesse, please. All right. So, all current members, I invite you to please lift your hands at these beloveds in blessing, and then repeat after me. Because of you, we step more fully into who we are as a spiritual community. Through the power of love, we allow ourselves to be transformed. We are in each other's lives because of Spirit's call. Through your commitment, we become family and community in new and powerful ways. Today, we celebrate our sacred union. We join with you in love. Thank you for your commitment. And so it is. Now it is my great honor to lovingly and gratefully and officially, on behalf of the Core Council and the members of Center for Spiritual Living and all members of Center for Spiritual Living worldwide, to receive you as members of Riverside Center for Spiritual Living. Congratulations and welcome.
You know what to do. Get those hands clapping. You're the feeling I cannot deny. You're the fire that makes me come alive. It's a love that I can't hide. It's burning deep inside wherever I go. Wherever I go. Here we go. I got that good feeling kicking me out of my chair, dancing like I don't care. I got that good feeling Shout it out 'cause I can't contain it. I got to tell somebody, gotta tell somebody, gotta tell somebody, gotta tell somebody, yeah. You're the sun that's lighting up the sky.
The sky.
You're the thunder waking up the night.
The night.
The sound of living truth is the beat that makes me move wherever I go. Wherever I go. Here we go. I got that good feeling kicking me out of my chair, dancing like I don't care. I got that good feeling, shouting out 'cause I can't contain it. I got to tell somebody, gotta tell somebody, gotta tell somebody, gotta tell somebody. I got to tell somebody, gotta tell somebody, gotta tell somebody, gotta tell somebody. Oh, screaming from the rooftops, I won't stop, I won't stop, singing with my whole heart, singing till the beat drops. I won't stop, I won't stop. I got that good feeling kicking me out of my chair, dancing like I don't care. I got that good feeling, shouting out 'cause I can't contain it. And I got to tell somebody, gotta tell somebody, gotta tell somebody,
Tell somebody.
oh, I got to tell somebody,
Gotta tell somebody. Gotta tell somebody. Gotta tell somebody.
Woo! Woo!
The fast clap makes me very happy. So good morning. Thanks. Good morning. I'm Allison Berry, one of your licensed spiritual practitioners here at Riverside Center for Spiritual Living. I'll be available for prayer after the morning table, and I'll be in the prayer room located in the prayer lobby. Please don't leave here this morning with anything on your heart. I absolutely would love to pray with you. It'd be my honor, and absolutely know the prayer works. There's a candle at the center of your table, and I invite you to light it together with me now. As we come together in conversation this morning, the light from this candle is a reminder that when two or more are gathered, a greater wisdom is available to us. We experience a deeper love, and our own light shines brighter. Now, please allow this music to take you into the silence, followed by this morning's invocation.
Deeper and deeper I surrender. Deeper and deeper I surrender to this love. Deeper and deeper I surrender. Deeper and deeper I surrender to this love. There's nowhere I have to go, no one I have to be, nothing I have to do but gently breathe. There's nothing I need to hold on to, nothing I need to give to you, nothing I have to do but gently breathe. Deeper and deeper I surrender. Deeper and deeper I surrender to this love.
So please join me in consciousness. And if it's comfortable for you, I invite you to close your eyes, turning within, allowing ourselves to slip into that secret place of stillness, of harmony, of connection, knowing indeed the allness of pure spirit. That spirit is everywhere present within all of life, life eternal. And this presence, this one power, this infinite intelligence, which is spirit, is indeed the allness of unconditional love. It is the allness of the perfect peace that passes all human understanding. It is joy, unspeakable joy, light and wisdom, harmony, the harmony of the spheres. It is opulent supply and wholeness, truth and beauty and grace, and just so much more. Absolutely every good thing in limitless and boundless supply is the nature of the divine. And this nature is our nature too, for we are one. We are each individualized expressions of pure spirit, one with the one. And all of these qualities individualized through and as us quite uniquely, quite brilliantly, quite magnificently, and we're aware of our divine inheritance. So as we come together at this morning table today, we do indeed acknowledge this beautiful, beautiful truth of life, that we are one. And I do know absolutely that everything that unfolds this morning is in perfect and right and divine order, that we are here by divine appointment, that indeed Spirit expresses through our conversation this day, and that we are open and receptive to just allowing the gift of the music and the words and the message to uplift us and to shift us into deeper and deeper awareness of who and what we are. I know, too, that we are transformed just by right of who and what we are and being willing to be present and allowing Spirit to have full sway. So all is well, and I lovingly let this be so. Together we say, and so it is.
There's a lot of situations that try to test our patience. We don't have to let them mess up our day, 'cause they're just little speed bumps on the road of life, and nothing's gonna rain on our parade. And if you wanna know a secret for getting things done with minimum headache and maximum fun, some simple advice: you gotta treat people nice, and you'll always have a good outcome. Just apply a little positivity. Positivity, that's all you really need. A sunny disposition keeps shining unconditionally. So you're driving on the freeway, there's not a lot of leeway on the side, up ahead or behind. Seems like everybody's late for something, racing, rushing, honking, bumping, still not making good time. So instead of giving someone a piece of your mind, just stop and let them in, and then flash the peace sign, and hold up 2 fingers instead of just one, and they'll do the same for you, son. Just apply a little positivity. Positivity, that's all you really need. A shining disposition keeps shining unconditionally. Oh, and you'll find the potential for joy is exponential. Imagine what this world could be with just a little more positivity. Positivity, that's all we really need. Well, here's to all the people who soar like an eagle with just a smile and a good attitude, with their wings spread wide, raising everyone inside, lifting our collective mood. It's amazing how one person can somehow seem to light up a room, or sing a happy song and make a flower start to bloom, or reach out to somebody who's feeling lost and all alone, and say some words of comfort that makes them feel at home. You guessed it. All it takes is just some positivity. Positivity, that's all you really need. A sunny disposition keeps shining unconditionally. Oh, and you'll find this potential for joy is exponential. Imagine what this world could be, just a little more positivity. Positivity, that's all we really need. All it takes is just some positivity. Positivity, that's all we really need. A sunny disposition keeps shining unconditionally. Oh, and you'll find the potential for joy is exponential. Imagine what this world could be with just a little more positivity. Positivity, that's all we really need. That's all we really need. That's all we really need. Positivity.
I'm going to pull it off. All righty. So, hi, everybody. All right. So I'm making another good choice today. We're going to do something a little bit different this morning. In that, in addition to everything else we've already done differently today, we're going to go straight to tables. And I'm going to share a little bit of information with you after tables. But I want to go straight to tables this morning and change it up a little bit. And so, Jossie, if you could pull up the questions for us. And so if you find yourself at a table with just 1 or 2 people, I invite you to join a table that has more than just 1 or 2 people. That way you can participate in the discussion, because this discussion is then going to lead us into where we're headed for this morning. So Our table conversations include, do you believe that you are always at choice? Why or why not? And these are on your table too. There's little slips of paper, so don't freak out, and they'll be up here on the screen the whole time. Why is it important to make conscious choices? And what does it mean to be accountable? Okay? So, do you believe that you are always at choice? Why or why not? Why is it important to make conscious choices? And what does it mean to be accountable? So you're going to have about 18 minutes here to discuss these, and then we'll pause and we'll do what we normally do, and we'll take it from there. But 18 minutes to discuss these, and let's just go with, I'm closing my eyes. The person with the shortest hair starts. How's that? All right, so there you go. And here we go. And exhale. All right, so you have 2 minutes to share what you would like prayer for this week. Remember, this table is your prayer pod for the week. This table is going to know, if not in full prayer, but lift you high in consciousness. So what is it that you would like this table to know for you in consciousness this week? All right, and you have 2 minutes and go. What you discussed at the tables, we had the questions here of, do you believe that you're always at choice? Why or why not? Why is it important to make conscious choices, and what does it mean to be accountable? So I'm going to come to our new member table here and ask them what they talked about today.
So I think we all agreed that we are always at choice, that we can either defer accountability and blame other people or other forces, or we can accept that we do have the power to take control of our lives. One interesting idea we brought up is spiritual inertia, and I thought that was really interesting because it can cut either way. Either you're stuck like a big boulder, right? Like you're either stuck in a rut and can't get out of it, or you're rolling, you're positive, you're moving down the hill. So accountability goes both ways. It can be a positive thing, could be a negative thing. It's up to you. So that's what we talked about.
Thank you, Alex. I'm going to come to the band. Here we go, Jeff. Or pass it over.
Yeah, because I'm sure you've been tired of hearing my voice. I was just telling them something just interesting. But in regards to choices, I realized that we're always at choice because of you always, it's not just what you decide and ultimately choose to do. It's also about what you didn't choose. So you kind of have to look at it from all angles, from both sides. And I just think subconsciously, when you do that, that's just, even if you make the wrong choice or if you choose not to do something, you're still making that choice to do that. So either way, it comes full circle. And then just to add to that final question, there's a difference between being accountable and to be held accountable. Because when you just decide to be accountable, that's just so difficult to do. And you make the choice to do that. So, mind-boggling to me.
Thank you, Jeff. All right, let's come over here. We're going to come to this table here, and who would like to? James has been volunteered. All right. Oh, we nominated the shortest hair? Bill put his hat on, right?
What do we talk about is what the question was. We talked about maintaining good health, helping your fellow man or woman, good neighbors, and just basically doing well in the community.
And our beloveds online, what did we talk about on Zoom? James, you did a great job.
Okay, all right, so we talked about, as all the others talked about, was that can you hear me okay? Okay, so we talked about, like the others, that we're always, we conscious of not being in an autopilot mode as we move through our lives, and that we're actively participating in the choices that we're making. And when things go right, or if things go wrong, we just take full accountability for what happens, and we move beyond that to understanding and
Okay. Y'all froze in the other room, but great. Thank you so much for... You guys were doing a great job. So thank you. I heard the accountability piece. I know that Susie, hola Susie. Susie had mentioned NLT and neurolinguistic training, and so she had mentioned that and about accountability there. So Susie is once again joining us from Lima, Peru. And Susie is una directora espiritual. In other words, she is the equivalent of a minister for Centers for Spiritual Living, but in Latin America, we can't call them ministers. So she is that same equivalent, but she is the directora espiritual, and she serves the CSL Merida community in Mexico virtually. So, and it is great to have you joining us, Susie. So, yeah, so. Okay, excellent. You guys have, taken care of so much for me, which is kind of why I decided to do it this way. I made the choice because, Reverend Zena was supposed to talk today. But, that doesn't mean that I don't have something to say, right? Okay. So we are working with core concept number 5, and core concept number 5 is talking about choice, and it's talking about free will and freedom. And with freedom comes accountability. So when we are talking about freedom and free will, we as human beings, if we are part of the one mind, the one consciousness, the one power, the one presence, the one infinite, that it lives, moves, breathes, and has its being in, through, and as each one of us, that then we are the microcosm of the macrocosm. Therefore, we have been endowed with total and complete freedom, meaning that we have free will. If we did not have free will, we would actually not be free. We would be automatons, as according to Ernest Holmes, right? If there wasn't something to choose from, in order to be able to choose, in order to have free will, we have to be able to choose. So we have to be able to choose from at least two options. Otherwise, we're not really free. We don't actually have free will. So we have the ability to think, say, do, behave as we wish. We have the freedom to express our life as we wish. And that same freedom that we have to do, think, say, right, and be as we wish, makes it possible to use this freedom in a way that actually restricts us. Because if we didn't have the ability to choose a different way or to use it in a different way, right, then we wouldn't be at choice. So, having choice means that we also then have accountability or responsibility. Because, as you were saying, if there is the law of cause and effect, which we know that there's one cause and then that creates an effect. We've talked about the creative process, right? That when we plant an idea into the creative medium, then what happens, or what we receive then, is the outcome of that which we have planted into the creative medium, right? That is the outcome. So, we are, in fact, as you said, always at choice. Yes, we are, in fact, always at choice. And even not making a choice is actually making a choice, right? We're actually making a choice, not by making a choice, or by not making a choice. And therefore, we have to accept accountability or responsibility for every choice that we make, because every choice has a consequence. It's not about good choices necessarily or bad choices, though I did label this make good choices, because I remember a certain mother in this room telling their certain daughter, who's also in this room, make good choices. So, love you both. See, and yeah, right? Be careful or you will end up in my sermon. So there you are. So, it is about making choices and making conscious choices and using the mind, or mind and energy are always going to manifest through us to the degree of our level of understanding of the way life works, the way law works, and the choices that we make. So, in other words, we reap what we sow, do we not? Yeah. So, nothing opposes our good except the misuse of law. Let me say that again. Nothing opposes our good except the misuse of the law, the misuse of the misuse of choice, the misuse of consciousness, or the misuse of cause and effect. So, we are not punished for our mistakes. So, there is no sin. There's only a mistake. Got that? No sin, just a mistake. And we are not punished for our mistakes. But we experience, rather than punishment, we experience consequences. So if we make a mistake, there is a consequence. Conversely, if we do something good, or we do something that's in our favor, we also experience a consequence, right? Whatever action there is has a consequence. So, the good has its own reward, right? And the mistake has its own consequence, right? But what I want to make clear here, my beloveds, is that because we live with this idea, and we live in this idea of law, of cause and effect, right? Of making mistakes and then experiencing the consequences of those mistakes, and making good choices and experiencing the consequences or the benefits or the rewards of those choices, that what we're not doing is we're not what's called victim blaming. We're not going, oh, you got a cold. What's in your consciousness? What did you do to manifest that, Jabel? Right. This is very true, right? But we're not doing that because, life happens. Life is life, and life is forever expressing, and life is spirit, right? Forever and ever expressing. So life is also spirit as a virus. Life is also a bacteria, right? Life is also expressing as a cold, right? So it's not necessarily that Jabel did anything wrong and made a mistake, and now she's suffering the consequences of her mistake by having a cold. She simply has a cold, right? So it's not about blaming your consciousness for physical manifestations. Now, is it possible that we didn't get enough sleep, or we're not eating healthy, or we're not doing other things? Yes, that's possible. Is it possible that we are aiding and abetting and contributing factors of something? Yes, it's possible. But it is not, I thought a wrong thought, and now I'm lying in the hospital, right? I thought a single wrong thought, and now I'm being evicted from my apartment. It's nothing like that, okay? It's the propensity of thinking. It is the continuity of thinking. It is the continuity not only of thinking, but of belief, right? And so there is the accountability. But once we understand that we have the ability to co-create, that we are the microcosm of the macrocosm, that we have the ability to co-create, that we have the ability to change what we think, what we say, what we do, what we believe, then we become empowered because we have the accountability and we have the responsibility to do something different. And responsibility meaning not only are we responsible, we are capable of response. We have the ability to respond in a different way. So many of our choices that we've been making throughout our lives have a tendency to be unconscious choices. They tend to be unconscious. They tend to be, as Susie was saying to the group online, they tend to be choices that we made when we were youngish, younger than we are now, youngish, right, or young. Then we made certain choices around events that occurred, what we made them believe about ourselves, what we made them believe about life, and then we started making choices based on that. And with those choices, that became the embedded coding, if you will. It became the subconscious mind that is running life even now. So, for example, you're on the playground. And Bobby pushes you. You're like 5 or 6 years old. And Bobby pushes you. And naturally, you push back. You don't push me. I'm going to push you back. But Miss Bacall, who is already an overworked teacher, who has been assigned recess duty and is having to do recess duty against her will because Miss Lindsay decided to go out last night and party with her boyfriend and had a hangover, and so she didn't show up to work today, so now Miss Bacall has to be out on the playground watching your snotty noses. And she doesn't see Bobby, she sees you. And she loses her everything. Fill in the blank. Right? She just loses it. And here you are, it's like, he pushed me first. I don't care. Right? Right? And somehow, your little self goes, wow, this is so unfair. Bobby pushed me first. And now Miss Bacall is losing her crap all over me. And it's not fair. It's not fair. It's not right. It's not fair. And you're 5 years old or 6 years old. Right? And now you're however old you are, life still isn't fair. It's unfair. right? And perhaps what you made this mean for you in all of this, there's different ways, with all the other evidence that you see and all the other things that are happening in your life as a young person, then you've interpreted this to mean, different possibilities. One possibility is life is unfair. So I'm the victim here, and I don't like it, so I'm going to manipulate people to feel that I'm a victim. I'm going to do this, and I'm going to get their sympathy, and they're just going to love me, and they're just going to pay attention to me, and they're going to listen to me, and I'm just going to tell everybody my sad sob story about how Bobby pushed me, except it's no longer Bobby pushing me. It's that I got fired from my job, or, my girlfriend broke up with me, or right? Right? That's one possibility of many. Another possibility is you got pushed, and that was unfair. And you know what? I don't think anybody should ever be pushed again. So I am going to be the hero, and I am going to make sure that nobody experiences anything unfair ever again. I'm going to take that on. I'm going to be the hero. I am going to fight the injustices of the world, and I am looking for a fight. Right? I'm out there. Whoa. Right? Another possibility could be, you know what? Life is unfair. You know what? Fine. I'm going to get mine first. I'm going to make sure that nobody denies me what I'm owed, what they can give me, what should be mine. I am no way. And I'm going to do whatever I have to do to make sure. Now, all three of these things came from a perception of something was unfair, didn't it? But it's three different ways of behaving based on other factors in our lives, right, that has now done this, right? That has now brought us to the unfair. But what is consistent with the unfair throughout all of this is that it's self-confirming. Because now I'm looking out there, and life is terrible, and I need sympathy. And so every time I look out there and I see, what is it confirming? It's confirming that life is terrible, it's unfair, and I, poor little me, am the victim in all of it, right? Or you're looking out there going, okay, where's the next fight? Come on, bring it, right? You're looking for that injustice. You're going to find that injustice, and you're going to fight like mad, right? Or you're looking out there like, yeah, they're all withholding from me, so I'm going to make sure I take it. I'm going to make sure I get mine, right? And here we are as adults, living out our 5-year-old fantasies, right? Until we wake up and we pay attention and we tend to our garden, like what we were talking about with Sanja, about tending to the garden and rooting this out and understanding that, wait a minute, I've been making unconscious choices and getting a lot of bias or confirmation bias, right, of these unconscious choices that my 5-year-old believed, me as a 5-year-old believed, and I've been living this pattern all throughout, and you know what? I've actually really been pretty miserable. So now I have the opportunity, because I'm now conscious, I'm now awake and aware that, my unconscious 5-year-old has been running the show. So now that I'm conscious and I'm awake, I have the ability to choose something different. I now have the ability to respond rather than react. I have ability to take responsibility, to respond to the situation, to make different changes, to change the way I'm thinking, change the way I'm speaking, change what I'm believing, change what I'm feeling, change the way I'm experiencing something. And when we change something, what are we doing? We're setting a new cause into action. And when we set a new cause into action, what then is happening? We get a new effect, right? Cause and effect. We're setting something new, so we get a new consequence of what we're doing. Yes? Make sense? All right. So, your homework for this afternoon or this week is to identify an area in your life where you are experiencing challenges around making choices. So, maybe it's the unfair bit, who knows? But identify an area where you're challenged with making choices. Maybe you're challenged to save, put something away for savings, or challenged with food choices or what have you. Then look at what behavior reinforces this challenge. Well, eating an entire box of Girl Scout cookies is going to reinforce that challenge that I have if I really want to lose weight, right? Then what is one thing you can do consciously that's different? Well, I could bring the Girl Scout cookies here and share them with everybody else. I said I could. Doesn't say I'm going to. I just said I could. It's a possibility, right? Then, what belief do I have, or what belief do you have about making choices, the ability to make choices? I think all of you kind of described that, we're always at choice, so that's a good thing. And then, what beliefs empower you to choose differently? If this one belief has been stuck, right? Unfair is keeping you stuck. The unfair belief is stuck. What is the empowering belief that would allow something different to happen? Rather than unfair, what could be an empowering belief, right? And then take action. Look for one small thing, because you're not trying to move a mountain, right? It's just, you don't turn a freighter or an oil tanker like a speedboat. It's just not a quick, right? You have to slowly move it, right? So one small action that you can take that will move you in the direction of something new. Because it's not just about praying for it, it's also about taking action. Okie dokie? Sound good? All right, let's take a nice deep breath in. Let it out. All right, I invite our practitioners to please stand and surround the sanctuary. We're just going to do things differently today. And our core council and our ministers, please stand and surround the sanctuary. And let's go ahead and come together in consciousness, recognizing here and now that there is just this one life, this one power, this one presence, this one infinite eternal that is all in, all through, all as all, that is all-encompassing. It is omniscient. It is omnipresent. It is omnipotent. It is the totality of life and love itself. And it is forever expressing itself through itself in freedom, in joy, in bliss, in possibility, in harmony, forever expressing itself. And so I know it expresses itself in, through, and as me, and in, through, and as everyone gathered here this day. That right where we are, Spirit is expressing itself freely, beautifully, and it has given us free choice. It has given us free will to allow us to discover it, to allow us to discover the truth of our being, the who of who we are, the what of what we are. And that is freedom itself. That is love, that is joy, that is beauty, that is harmony, that is abundance. And so I speak my word here now for this community, that we come together and we make good choices, not only for ourselves, but for each other and for our community. That we pause for a moment, we take a breath when we are presented with something, and we listen for the deeper answer. We listen for the deeper solution. We listen for the yes that is moving us forward, and we choose consciously what it is that we wish to create in this world and in our lives. And so I give thanks for this, knowing that this is the way we operate, knowing that each one awakens to their own magnificence, their own divinity, their own power, their own presence, their own consciousness. And we move forward together, and together we rise in consciousness. We lift each other up. And so I release this word now into law, knowing that it is done, knowing that it is complete. I let it be, and so it is. And so I invite you to go ahead and take out that which you're choosing to contribute this day and hold it over your heart space. There are vessels in the center of the table, which will invite you to put your contribution in a moment. And if you are contributing electronically, the easiest way to do that is via text to give, 951-419-5858. Type in the amount you're choosing to contribute and hit send. It's just that easy. It's just like texting a friend because that's exactly what you're doing. You may also contribute online at riversidecsl.org. Go to the upper right-hand corner of the screen and you will see the word contribute, and you can contribute there. So holding your consciousness, it's holding your consciousness and holding your contribution in the heart of your consciousness, in the center of your chest. I invite you to give this silent blessing. Go ahead and place it in, if you're in the room, go ahead and place it in the vessels in the center of your table and extend your hands. And let us bless this contribution together with this abundance affirmation. I give and receive freely and generously. With an open heart and an open mind, the universe responds to me in kind. I know that my beloved community is richly blessed, and so it is.
Choosing heaven today. I'm choosing heaven today. I am walking the road of heaven right now, singing, I'm choosing heaven today. I'm choosing love today. I'm choosing love today. I am looking for open right now, sing. Choosing joy today. I am walking the road of heaven right now. I'm choosing joy today. I'm choosing abundance today. I'm choosing grace today. I am walking the road of heaven right now, singing, I'm choosing passion today. I'm choosing love today. I'm choosing love today. I am walking the road of heaven right now, singing, I'm choosing love today. Sing with us! I'm choosing heaven today. I'm choosing heaven today. I am walking the road of heaven right now, singing, I'm choosing heaven today. I am walking the road of heaven right now. I'm choosing heaven today.
All right, just a couple of announcements. So the first one being that the Spiritual Spark workshop has been canceled today. Reverend Zena is, like I said earlier this morning, is not feeling well, so she was scheduled to speak this morning and scheduled to do the workshop. But unfortunately, she can't be with us today, so that has been canceled. If you had already registered, your money has already been refunded to you. So thank you for that. And then today at 3:30, Ray is doing our self-care sound bath. So that'll be right here in this room. So it is the third Sunday of every month. And so you can see back there, the gongs are already in place. So come back at 3:30 to participate in the sound bath. And then next week, we have our 82nd annual membership meeting. 82nd, 82 years. Yeah, we old, but we're not old. We're young. We're young. We're still growing. Right, James? Yes. And this James, too. Both Jameses, right? The Jameses. Double James. James squared. There we go. Yes. Not squares, squared. Love you both. All right, so we have the 82nd annual membership meeting. Again, that is going to be 12:30 right here in this room and on Zoom. All active members of record will be sent a Zoom link prior to the meeting. You'll receive that on Thursday, and the meeting will be recorded. If you are joining us online and you are part of the same household, each one of you must be on your own device in order to be able to vote in the elections and the resolutions that we have available. I do want to mention that we have 2 openings on the Core Council, and we've received 2 applications for the Core Council. And so for your consideration is James Woods and Marty Ross. So I want to thank both of you for putting your names forward, and we look forward to next week and hearing from the 2 of them briefly as well. So heads up, guys. James is like, and the hand goes back down. Kidding. All right. So, all right, I invite everybody to stand, and let's do this together, shall we? We have our affirmation. It feels good to stand. Don't forget that we still will be open for another half hour here, so we stay and have more snacks and continue the conversations. You're more than welcome to do so. But let's say this affirmation together. I make good choices for myself. Now convince me that that's really true. Let's do it again. I make good choices for myself. Absolutely. So something wonderful is happening through me right now. It is this thing called love. Love is in my mind. Love is in my body. Love is in everything I do. I am it. I share it. I receive it. And I move love forward. Because love lives here. Happy Sunday.
When the world gets you down and you're feeling lonely, when you can't find the truth or find your center, there are many here who gather together. Oh, 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 unconditionally we love each other, and the scars that we see just makes us stronger. We breathe it in together. We'll hold you up with grace. We know that love lives here, and you and me, love lives here. My soul breaks free. I'm so excited to be united with you. Where love lives here, where love lives here. When life lets you down, you can't see the future. When it all seems too much for you to handle, there are many here who gather together. Oh, 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 unconditionally we pray together, and the hurt that you feel will be set free. We breathe it in together. We'll hold you up with grace. We know that love lives here, and you and me, Love lives here. My soul breaks free. I'm so excited.